Have you ever wondered how different environments shape the way life thrives on our planet? Welcome to Class Bites. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of biomes and ecosystems, exploring forests, deserts, tundras, grasslands, and aquatic systems, and seeing how geography molds every living thing. Life on Earth exists in an astonishing variety of forms, from the tiniest microbe to the largest mammals. And the way it thrives is shaped profoundly by the places it inhabits. These places, known as biomes and ecosystems, are large-scale environments that share similar climates, soils, and living communities. Each biome, whether a dense forest, a wind-swept desert, a frozen tundra, a wide grassland, or the depths of aquatic systems, provides unique conditions that guide how plants, animals, and other organisms survive and interact. Geography, with its mountains, oceans, rivers, and latitudes, acts as the invisible hand that molds these environments, and in turn, life itself. Forests are perhaps the most vivid example of how geography shapes life. Tropical rainforests flourish near the equator, where warmth and heavy rainfall are constant. In these forests, sunlight filters through layers of trees, creating habitats for a staggering diversity of species. Every branch and leaf supports insects, birds, and mammals, while the dense canopy moderates temperature and moisture, forming a self-sustaining system. Moving away from the equator, temperate forests experience cooler seasons, and trees shed their leaves to endure the winter months. These forests still harbor abundant life, though the rhythms of growth and hibernation follow the changing seasons. In contrast, boreal forests, often called taigas, stretch across northern lands where winters are long and harsh. Here, evergreens dominate, their needles conserving water and withstanding snow. The animals that inhabit these forests are adapted to survive extreme cold, with thick fur, hibernation strategies, and seasonal migrations. Geography determines the availability of sunlight, rainfall, and soil nutrients, creating subtle variations even within forest types. And these variations dictate which plants can grow and which animals can find sustenance. Deserts, though seemingly barren, are equally shaped by geography. They arise where rainfall is scarce, often in areas far from oceans or behind mountain ranges that block moisture. Temperatures can swing dramatically, scorching hot by day and freezing at night, testing the resilience of every living thing. Plants like cacti and hardy shrubs store water in thick stems or deep roots, while animals become masters of conservation, emerging mostly at night to avoid the searing sun. Despite their harshness, deserts teem with life, each organism finely tuned to its specific microclimate. The desert's sand dunes, rocky plateaus, and salt flats all influence how water collects, how wind shapes the land, and ultimately which species can survive. Grasslands, often called prairies or savannas, form where moderate rainfall nourishes wide expanses of grasses but is insufficient for large forests. In these regions, fertile soil and open spaces support large herds of grazing animals and the predators that follow them. The geography of plains and rolling hills allows winds to sweep freely, fires to spread naturally, and migratory routes to remain open. Seasonal rains dictate growth cycles, and many plants have evolved deep roots to survive dry periods, while animals migrate or store food to weather seasonal scarcity. Grasslands highlight how life adapts not only to what is present, but also to what is absent. Forests cannot thrive, so grass and its associated wildlife dominate. Tundra regions represent some of the most extreme examples of geographic influence. Found in high latitudes or on mountaintops, tundras endure long, frigid winters and brief, intense summers. The soil is often frozen just beneath the surface, limiting tree growth and leaving mosses, lichens, and low shrubs to dominate. Animals in these regions face constant challenges of cold, food scarcity, and limited shelter. Migration, hibernation, and insulating adaptations are common survival strategies. Even aquatic life in tundra lakes and rivers reflects the harshness of its surroundings, with species adapted to cold and seasonal fluctuations. Geography here dictates a rhythm of life unlike any other biome, where survival is a test of endurance and ingenuity. Aquatic systems, encompassing oceans, rivers, lakes, and wetlands, demonstrate another facet of how geography shapes life. The movement of water, from the crashing tides of coasts to the gentle flow of rivers, creates diverse habitats. Oceans, covering vast stretches of the globe, support life from microscopic plankton to enormous whales, and temperature, depth, and currents influence which species thrive in particular zones. Coral reefs flourish where shallow sunlit waters permit photosynthesis, while deep-sea ecosystems harbor creatures adapted to darkness and immense pressure. Freshwater systems connect land and sea, providing essential resources and migration pathways for countless species. Wetlands, often found at the intersection of land and water, act as nurseries and filters, sustaining birds, amphibians, and fish, while mitigating floods. Geography determines the shape of river valleys, the rise of deltas, and the distribution of rainfall that feeds lakes and wetlands, making aquatic life a direct reflection of its environment. Across all these biomes, life constantly responds to the geographic forces of climate, terrain, and water availability. Mountains influence rainfall and create rain shadows. Oceans moderate coastal climates. Latitude affects temperature and daylight. Even subtle shifts in soil composition or elevation can determine the presence or absence of certain species. Ecosystems within biomes are interconnected webs where energy flows from sun to plant to herbivore to predator, and matter cycles from living beings to soil and back. These interactions, while shaped by immediate surroundings, are ultimately guided by the larger geographic context, which acts as both stage and director for life's drama. In essence, the biomes and ecosystems of the world are nature's grand experiment in adaptation. Forests, deserts, tundras, grasslands, and aquatic systems each tell a story of survival, diversity, and resilience, illustrating how geography molds not only the land but all who inhabit it. By understanding these patterns, one can see that life is never random. It is an intricate dialogue between living beings and the physical world, shaped over countless generations and continuing to evolve as geography and climate shift. Every biome is a testament to the extraordinary ways in which Earth's variety of places nurtures, challenges, and ultimately sustains life. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts, or let us know what topic you'd like to see next in the comments below.